I hope you enjoyed watching my last Scraplift video. I'm going to Scraplift another video now as part of the challenge with Confessions of a Paper Addict National Scrapbooking Day celebrations and challenges. So I'm scraplifting this layout that you can see here by Denise Downs Donahue. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly, Denise, but thank you for sharing your layout, and I hope you don't mind that I've taken some inspiration in your design from it. So I'm using the layout of Denise, the way she laid out the elements in her page as a bit of inspiration for this page. And I've cut out some cut files, and I've used a mixture of collections. So this cut file's been cut on some patterned paper. And it's a people one, it's Paper People, and there's one part of it that I haven't used, so a little bit like Denise when she put hers together, she changed the banners or cut them apart so that they could just look a little bit different, and I have in a way done similar with these Paper People. The other cut file that I've already backed up there that I'm just holding now that you can see that I'm putting some double-sided tape on is one called Blooming Buds. And I think I've used this a few times, so it's one of those great cut files that once you've purchased, you're able to put it on a few different pages. So I'm backing this with some double-sided foam tape to give it a little bit of lift. The people are sitting flat on the page, but the flowers I do want to lift up a little bit just to give that little bit of a rise, and because I want to tuck the photograph under it a wee bit. So peeling off that backing, just excuse the shadows and the lighting and stuff here. I am putting this together sort of late one evening, and yeah, the lighting isn't perfect, but hopefully you can still see what I am doing in this Scraplift. So I've got those buds, and I'm just going to position them up in here, patting it down when I'm ready and happy with that placement. So the photo I am using on this page is a family dinner that we had to celebrate my mum's 65th birthday, and it was really nice because all of my siblings and their partners were all able to be there, and both mum and dad commented how nice it is that the family all live close enough to celebrate together. So my husband and I probably live the furthest away. We're about 3.5 hours drive, whereas my brother and my sister and their partners both live sort of within 5 minutes of mum and dad's place. So I'm backing this photo with some of Daisy Meadows paper, one of my favourite pieces, and you can see by looking at Denise's layout up there that I am sort of imitating the way everything's positioned. So there's the photo ready to be sort of stuck down, and I am attaching that there, and each of the pieces, and I've used that sort of peacock paper in the background there is the other side of that daisy paper that I love, and attaching it again just with normal flat tape because of the layers of the paper, and I wanted it to sit under that cut file. It didn't need the foam tape backing in there. So this title that I'm sticking down is again an imitation of the type of title that Denise had used. So she had sort of had that offset background to her title. I found this one, the family word in Cricut Access, and I just used the offset to create the paler pink background for it. Again, just sort of imitating the way she had her title set up. Imitating or lifting. They do say that imitating is the highest form of flattery, so I hope, Denise, that you're feeling flattered that I chose to scraplift your layout. So having a look at this page now in Denise's original, there were sort of a couple of areas of a few other interest points. So there was one sort of to the bottom left, as well as some strips down on the bottom right. So I've found some stickers in the Daisy Meadows sticker sheet, and I'm just going to attach them at some different points. So she sort of had these either washi tape or strips and things down where I've put that. And I'm going to tuck something else there, the word happy. However, I realised they're both two very similar colours, so I do need a little bit more of another colour, and this zip strip or the manufacturer strip is perfect with these sort of hearts, and it's the same coloured toning as the backing, the darker colour at the back of the photo. So I'm just going to tear off a piece over here to the left to create that interest point, a little bit like Denise had an interest point here on hers, and I'm just backing that with the other side of the paper I'd used for the paper people when I'd cut them out. So both the Paper People and the Blooming Buds are Confessions of a Paper Addict Cutfiles. And I've just found a sticker there that I felt would work nicely with this page too, with the colours, and it ties in with the Blooming Buds up the top there. So just popping in other bits and pieces. Denise's layout had some sort of tabs that you could see, and so I just put some bows over to the right of my photo to imitate that. So here's just a few close-up shots of this layout that I have scraplifted, and I hope that you continue to get inspiration from what you can find in the Confessions of a Paper Addict Cutfiles photos gallery and on the posts that people make, as well as that you can share your pages and inspire others with what you create. So I'll just finish off with a few more of these, and I hope that you are able to scraplift a layout from our gallery and share it as part of the National Scrapbooking Day Confessions of a Paper Addict. Thanks.